Hi guys, it's Pro HD and I'm recording this because I want to address some things that have been said lately. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there have been things said about me on the internet lately that have been interesting, to say the least, but I didn't want to remain silent and I wanted to speak about these so that people don't make assumptions and people can know the full story. And that's what I'm here to do. So I'm gonna begin with what happened. If you guys don't know by now, I was a member of the CJ Studios crew. I was a member, an actor, and a writer for about a year and a half. And I was indeed fired. I was fired for abusive actions, and I'm going to get into most of that here because I feel my word needs to be heard instead of me being silent. So I'm going to begin with what happened, and I'll explain why it happened and how I learned from it. I first want to begin with the female actresses of CJ Studios. Chloe Davis, Angel Harlow, Jada Tenyo, Emily Anderson. Mainly them, because they're the ones who were mainly affected. With Chloe Davis, it was last summer. We were at the pool, and after swimming, we were in the gym. And what happened was that we were sitting down watching videos on our phone, and I made the horrible decision to remove my swimming gear. And I said that I only did it because my clothes were wet and I wanted them to air dry. That was a wrong move on my end. I should have never did that. And all I wore was just a towel. And what happened was that as she was getting ready to leave to head home for the night, I gave her a hug because I always give her a hug before we depart for the day. And because I didn't know how to properly tie my towel around me, my towel fell as I hugged her. And she told me later after she left that she was uncomfortable and that she was not okay with what happened. And I told her I was sorry. I apologized to her for what happened. And I told myself that I should have never done that, and it was wrong. It was unnecessary, and it was inappropriate of me. And I've learned that there are boundaries, and I've always tried to respect boundaries, but it's always been hard for me because growing up, I had a really rough life. I was always isolated from people. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and I was always bullied and harassed and targeted and accused of doing things I never did, even in middle school. And it was an experience that traumatized me, and it shaped me into what eventually would happen in my future. And it would cause a lot of issues for things that would happen. But I do want to explain what happened with Jada Tenyo. About 3 years ago, it was summer of 2023. Me, Jada, Zach, and Daniel, we were all at Zach's house. We were playing hide and seek. And while we were playing hide and seek, me and Jada, we were in the garage. And while we were in there, I told Jada that I had feelings for her and that I liked her at the time. And at the time, I was already in an established relationship, in a long distance relationship with someone I'll explain later. And without better judgment and without thinking properly, and I decided to make the decision to kiss Jada. It is a mistake that I regret deeply, and it's a mistake that I fully understand was wrong, and it's something that I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life. And after that, it was rough. It was hard for me to focus properly, and it was hard to keep the friendship going after that. I made her uncomfortable, but I told her I was sorry, and I told her that it was wrong. And I know now that everything that I've done was fully wrong. I show a lot of care for people that I truly care for. I never mean anything bad. I never truly mean harm to anyone. It's against my moral code to do anything wrong or morally bad to anyone. I've always seen myself to be the better person, to be the mature one, but I have made mistakes and decisions that have truly made me look horrible and awful as a person. And for that, I just want to say to everyone, to Chloe, to Jada, to Angel, for Emily, for my ex-girlfriends, Skylin and Maddie, who were both long distance. For Angel, I just want to say that I am sorry for what happened between me and you when I put my arm around you and flirted with you and attempted to kiss you. I did not understand what was happening at the time, and I truly didn't think about my actions. And I understand now that what I did was wrong, and I don't have excuses for it. And I know that you will never forgive me for what happened, but I do want you to know that I am sorry for what happened. I truly mean it. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart and from my soul. I'm sorry for my actions, and I promise it will never happen again. And for Emily, who was a former actress to CJ Studios, that day that I hugged you and I attempted to kiss you, I want to apologize for that as well. That was never meant to happen. I had a small crush on you at the time, and I didn't really understand romantic feelings that well, as no one ever truly taught me how to love properly. So I only went off what I was told, and it was wrong. I did not think of consequences. I did not think that anything bad would happen. But now I know that actions have consequences, and I'm apologizing for these actions because I want to say that I'm sorry for everything, because I don't want people to think that I'm a truly horrible person for being silent. I want people to hear me out, and for people to know that I regret my decisions and that I fully understand what I did and that it was wrong. And for Skylin and Maddie, I want to say to both of you, I'm sorry for what I did to both of you online, forcing you guys to send images that were not necessary. I figured that because we were in a relationship and because we were dating at the time, I thought it was acceptable. It was not acceptable. I misunderstood how a proper relationship went, and I misunderstood boundaries. I am only apologizing now because I know that if Skylin and Maddie, for both of you, if you ever come across this video, if you guys ever see it, I want you guys to know that I am truly sorry for how I treated both of you. It was wrong. It was bad on my end, and it was a mistake that I will never get over. and I'm trying to learn. I'm bettering myself because I want to learn from my mistakes. I want to learn to strive to be a better person. I want to improve as a person. I want to be better, and I want to make sure that I can make right decisions and good decisions only. I'm only telling this now because I want to make sure that I can be a good example, and I want to make sure that I can make the right decisions to know that I can be a better person. I also want to discuss what happened within CJ Studios because that is also something that has also been discussed. When I was part of CJ Studios, I had aggressive behavior towards certain cast members. I was verbally rude and verbally abusive. I said things without question. I was abrasive. I didn't think about consequences, and I didn't think that anything wrong would happen. I was acting egotistical, and I had too much pride in myself. And once I was fired, I learned that certain things are inexcusable, and I learned that certain behaviors will not be tolerated. And I'm trying to learn from those past mistakes to not repeat them again. And I'm trying to learn that I can always be better. And I'm trying to learn that all mistakes and all actions have consequences, no matter how severe. I'm learning to better myself. I'm learning to improve. I'm learning to be the better man. I'm learning to be the mature man. I'm seeking mental help. I'm seeking therapy. And I'm seeking other forms of help for my mental health, my anxiety, and my depression, as those are things that I have struggled with growing up, and I still struggle with them to this day. I have social anxiety. I struggle with being social in general, and it's why some of the decisions I made were rather inappropriate and harsh, and why I swear to never repeat those mistakes again, as I want to change for the better. I want to improve as a person, and I want to make sure that I can learn and be better, and to always make sure that I have learned from what I've done in the past to never repeat what I've done. And to David Espinoza, if you ever do see this video or come across it, I want you to know that I am sorry for what I said to you back in Halloween on 2024. It was wrong of me to say that about your little brother. I knew that the medical emergency was real, but I deal with anger, and I say things out of anger that I truly don't mean. I never truly meant to say anything bad about your brother. I never truly wanted to make you uncomfortable. I did not want to make you think that I was a horrible example. I was mad, and when I'm upset of certain things, I tend to say things that I truly don't mean. So I'm sorry for what happened, and I promise that I'm never going to repeat those mistakes again. I've learned, I've improved, and I'm bettering myself for the future. And I just want to make sure that I can be the better man and to be the best that I can be. I have family who loves me, who will always guide me and give me advice. I have friends who stand by my side, and always support me no matter what, even though I feel I don't deserve this support. But for anyone who chooses to support me, I am grateful. I know I won't be forgiven for my actions, but as long as my apology is accepted, that's all I care about. I only want my apology to be accepted because I want people to understand that I truly regret my actions. I'm truly sorry for everything that happened. From the bottom of my heart, from my soul, from my entire point of view, I want everyone to know that I regret everything. I'm sorry to Caesar. I'm sorry to Angel, to Emily, to Maddie, to Skylin, to Chloe, to Jada, to David. I'm truly sorry to everyone that I hurt. I did not want to hurt you guys. I cared about you guys deeply, but I let my thoughts take over. I didn't think properly, and I let judgment take control. I ignored people who gave me advice. And that's what happened within CJ Studios. I ignored constructive criticism, and I lashed out at people because I thought at the time that people were making fun of my writing. And if it's true, maybe that was the case. I'm not an experienced writer, but I should have at least taken the constructive criticism and learned to improve, which is what I'm doing. I'm learning to improve as a person. I'm learning to improve as a whole. I'm always striving to be better. I'm always striving to look better. And that's why I'm saying sorry, because I truly mean it. I am truly sorry to everyone that I have affected, everyone who has been hurt by me, everyone who has been affected emotionally because of me. I am deeply sorry for what I did to you, and I promise none of that will ever happen again. I'm going through therapy. I'm seeking mental help and guidance for my actions. I'm seeking better improvement on myself. So in the future, you will see me as a changed man. You will see me as a mature individual, and you will see me as someone who cares about others deeply and will promise to make sure that others are safe no matter what. And for Justice Meridian, I know Justice is watching, and I know you are watching, and I want you to understand that what you did to the CJ Studios crew was wrong. You should have never slandered anyone. You should have never made accusations that could put others in harm's way. The things you said were wrong. The things you said were disgusting and rude and inappropriate. I don't condone anything that you say. I'm never going to condone or support any of your actions because what you did was morally wrong. And I want you to know that if you ever do say sorry to Caesar and his crew, you need to mean it. Like what I'm doing. When I'm saying sorry, I truly mean it. I'm not saying sorry as a way to be dramatic or to put on a fake scenario. I truly mean that I'm sorry. I truly mean what I say. I would never lie. I have lied in the past. I've lied to get out of things, but I'm never going to lie anymore because lying is wrong. It's never the way to make things right. Lying just makes you more and more horrible as an individual. And I've had to learn it the hard way. I've had to learn it in ways that have made me look morally wrong. And that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming to be better. I'm aiming to make the better decisions. I'm aiming to make rightful decisions. And that's what I want everyone to understand. So Justice, I do encourage you to apologize. I do encourage you to make a formal apology, and hopefully you will be forgiven. Hopefully I can be forgiven too. I want to make sure that I'm better as an individual, and I want to make sure that I can improve myself for the future and make myself better. And to everyone in the CJ Studios crew, even to those who are new and never met me, I still want to say I'm sorry because I know that my actions will carry, and I know that I will be forgiven at some point. But even if it doesn't happen, I just want my apology to be accepted because that's all I can ask for. Saying sorry is all I can do because I truly mean that. I truly mean that I'm sorry for my actions. I truly mean everything that I say. I want to be better. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be mature. I'm trying to be the better person. I'm only making this video because I want people to understand that all the actions that I have caused, I am truly sorry for everything. I'm being better. I'm aiming to be better. I'm striving to be better. And I will promise to all my viewers, to those who I've hurt in the past, I promise you right now, You won't need to hear from me anymore. You won't need to deal with me no more. I'm aiming to seek help. I'm aiming to improve myself as a person. I'm seeking help, and I promise that I will be better when the time comes. And I promise that I will never repeat these old mistakes, and I will make better actions for myself and make better improvements. And that's all I aim for. Caesar, if you do come across this video, I do want you to know I've always supported you. I've always admired you. You are a successful indie filmmaker. I've always seen amazing potential in you. I know you have a future, and I want you to live it. I wish you the best of luck in life. Same thing goes with you, Jada. I know you're an amazing artist. You're an aspiring artist, and I do support your work. And I do truly wish the best of luck to you in the future. I hope you are successful. Same with you, Chloe. I know you want to be a fashion designer, and I know that you truly want to inspire others, and I want to see that for you. I want to see you succeed where I can't. I want you to succeed in ways that I never will. And for everyone else in the CJ Studios crew, you all are amazing people. You all are worthy of success. Even if I'm not, I want you guys to understand that you will never have to see me. You will never have to deal with me. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to talk to me. I am looking for a better place for myself. I'm looking for ways to improve and help to be a better person. I will always strive to help others. I will always strive to be better. And no matter what, I will always aim to be the better man. So, to Maddie, to Skylin, I truly did care about both of you. It's heartbreaking of what I did. I cannot forgive myself for what I did. I cannot forgive myself for what I did to Jada, to Chloe, to Emily, to Angel, to David, and to Caesar. It was wrong. It was morally wrong on my end. I truly regret my decisions, and I truly understand that there are consequences, and I will pay for these consequences, even if it's in a way that helps me improve myself. I want to be better. I'm aiming to be better, and I'm aiming to better improve myself as a person. For everyone that I have hurt, even if you were not part of CJ Studios, even if you were not someone who I've never met, I still want to say I'm sorry to you, because I really am. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I've caused. I never truly had ill intentions. I never meant any of that to happen. I just didn't think straight. I wasn't in the right headspace. I struggle with social pressure. I struggle with things that I like to keep private. But I'm only saying this now because I don't want to keep it private. I want people to hear this, and I want people to know this, because I don't want to stay silent. I want people to know where I'm coming from. I want people to know that I regret my decisions and that I'm looking to be better. And I have family who love me and support me. And I have friends who will stick by me and always guide me to be better. And for that, I appreciate everyone who has supported me and stuck by me. To all my fans, for everyone who watches my videos, I am thankful for everyone who watches me and supports me and watches my videos. As always, I always make videos to entertain. I don't care about publicity. I don't care about fame. I don't care about the attention. I just want to make videos so that people know that I only make videos for entertainment purposes, and I want to make people's days a lot better, because people have bad days. I've had bad days myself, and I make videos to make people's days a lot better, as that's always been my goal in life. And for that, all I will say is Thank you to everyone who was willing to sit down to watch this video. And thank you to everyone who was willing to listen to me talk. And once again, I will say it again, and I will say it again to the day I die. I am sorry for my actions. I'm sorry to everyone that I've hurt. I'm sorry for everyone that I've mentally and emotionally harmed. It was never my intention. It was never a plan of mine. It was always wrongdoings on my end. It was always a mistake that I will regret for the rest of my life. They are decisions that will haunt me. But I will learn to better improve. I will learn to make myself better, and I will learn to come out to be better. And that's all I aim for. So thank you once again for everyone who stuck by me and everyone who was willing to sit down to watch this video. I truly appreciate the support for everyone who has given me. And once again, all I'm going to say for Caesar, the CJ Studios crew, Emily, Jada, Chloe, Angel, Skylin, Maddie, David, I'm truly sorry for everything. Everything that I've done. I'm truly sorry, and I do mean it. I mean it that I am sorry. But thank you once again for watching. Thank you for listening. And I just want to say goodbye.